The first time we are doing this in over 20 years. The first time we are doing something like this, I will be talking about something like this in about over 40 years. It's a wonderful thing happening on the show this evening. Diamond Sport fans, so you want to know what we are doing the first time in those decades? Don't worry. You get to know where we get into the detail of our conversation. My name is Adeyemi Adewale. My brothers are with me in the studio. Damilola Oyeni and Muthiu Yusuf. My brother, popularly known on the street and on the field as Sturaro. Together, we are going to be inside the studio and doing this. You can watch us live on YouTube. Is Diamond 887 FM. Diamond 887 FM. That's how you can watch us live on YouTube. Send messages on WhatsApp 0913 655 6864. 0913 655 6864. And you can also call us in the studio 913 655 6952. 0913 655 6952. That's the number to call, and also send messages on WhatsApp. You're welcome. Good evening. Let's start. Let's hear from my brothers in the studio. Good evening, guys. How you doing? Let me start from Damilola. Good evening to you. I want to believe you will be excited.
Good evening, Yemi. It's a very, very good feeling to be in this studio right now.
What was you've never felt like this in your life?
I feel like singing the Arsenal anthem right now.
You can't. Come on. I'm giving I'm giving you the floor to do that. You can't do that. You can't do that, by the way. You can't do that, by the way.
Maybe we have it as the parting shot.
Right? And you can hear his voice, the background man, giving them the background song. My brother Sturaro, good evening to you. When you see Mike like they say.
Good evening, Yemi. Good evening, Damian. Good evening to the listeners out there. Thank God, Yemi cannot tell me this is the first time I'll be having the feeling. So
no worry.
Even though the feeling.
But at least it's the first time you're having the feeling in about 22 years.
Of course, it's actually a very, very strange feeling because the last
but it's
time.
a feeling you want to continue.
Yeah, the last time even myself had it, I was still a kid.
It wasn't a feeling that you could digest and understand.
You could not even accept the fact that I was only following Dennis Beckham theory on you were
enjoying the feel of it, obviously.
So the feeling is actually very, very different.
Yeah.
Of course.
So while you're having this feeling, guys, you know what it is? Last weekend, courtesy of Bournemouth and Manchester City, showing Manchester City that have shown all season, Arsenal were confirmed the Premier League champions for the 2025-2026 season. So for my very first time that I will be speaking on radio, and I'm talking about Arsenal winning the Premier League. Yes, it's my first time that I will be speaking on radio, and I will be calling Arsenal the Premier League champions. Now you know why this is a special edition, not just for all of us in the studio, but for me personally. First time of calling us Arsenal champions. I will not forget this in my entire life. I want to believe that me too will not forget it in his head. This is your first time too. You're calling Arsenal champions on radio. Premier League champions.
It is not only on radio, because by the time the Arsenal won the last Premier League, I was not even an Arsenal fan. I started supporting Arsenal in 2006.
Who is that person that made Arsenal enticing to you? Call the person's name on radio. Let's know that person.
Actually,
because that's evil, man.
It was one of my cousins. He actually came.
You still know the person?
Yes, now.
That's evil. That's evil.
But I loved Arsenal. Because he will take me to watch Arsenal. I love the way they play. I'm like, oh, I like this team. Let me be joining. Let me be supporting your team. And actually, I love good football, and Arsenal gave it to me that time. So it's a very, very good feeling being on this show, being on air, talking to people right now, saying Arsenal has
done this for you.
It's a very, very good.
It's a good feeling. Let's get in.
I'm on the eye.
You are on the eye. Let's use that and get into the nitty-gritty of our conversation, guys. Let's start with some of those top games that are happening this weekend. Italian Serie A, Fiorentina, Atalanta will face themselves 7:45 p.m. Nigerian time. Fiorentina, the team who will be playing at home. Lens and Nice will be playing the Coupe de France, and that game will be coming up 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Trabzonspor and Konyaspor, they're playing in the Turkish Super League final. Trabzonspor currently leads by a goal to nothing. Paul Onuachu, the goal scorer for Trabzonspor. This is his first goal in about 5 of 6 games that Paul Onuachu has played. During this end of the season, he has had a big drought in front of goal. But on the Nigerian, is back among the goal scorers. There are a lot of games coming up tomorrow, especially in La Liga. The last round of games, Celta Vigo against Sevilla, Deportivo Alaves, Rayo Vallecano, Espanyol, Real Sociedad, Getafe, Osasuna, Girona, Elche, Mallorca, Real Oviedo, Real Betis, Levante, Real Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, and Valencia will play host against Barca at the Mestalla Stadium. Those are the games in the Spanish La Liga. Italian Serie A is Bologna, Inter Milan, Lazio, Pizza. Those are the two games also in the Italian Serie A. DFB Pokal Cup final, Bayern Munich and VfB Stuttgart will contest in that one. While Celtic also have a big final after that dramatic Scottish League title win against Hearts over the weekend. They would also be playing in the cup final tomorrow. And there's a big one on the Nigerian scene too. We'll come to that at a point because the Nigerian Premier Football League last game of the season will be coming up this weekend, and Kwara United need a positive result by themselves or around them to avoid going to relegation. We'll come to that. Let's also look at some of the top games coming up tomorrow, because tomorrow is also the last round of game in the English Premier League. Brighton will play host to Manchester United. They need that game. They need to get into Europe. Burnley and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Crystal Palace and Arsenal, inconsequential game assistance. Arsenal already been tagged Premier League champions. Fulham against Newcastle. Liverpool against Brentford. Manchester City against Aston Villa, another rubbish inconsequential game. Nottingham Forest against Bournemouth. Sunderland against Chelsea. The Blues, now they need to start their preseason from now. Tottenham Hotspur against Everton. West Ham against Leeds United. There are also games in the Spanish La Liga and also in the Italian Serie A. Couple of games coming up round the weekend. But let's also quickly inform you, part of our top stories this week is the fact that Eric Chol has also given us the list of Nigerian players that will be playing in the Unity Cup tournament and that friendly game against Portugal and Poland. 27-man squad initially released for that game against at the Unity Cup, but 2 more players were being invited yesterday, taking the number of invitations to 29. Although we are getting a report that young Swedish Nigerian who is playing in the Swedish league, very sensational youngster winger, might not be making it to the tournament. So let's get started, guys. Let's start our conversation, and it's really a big one. How can we not start? Because there are a lot of big stories this weekend. We also got to know Jose Mourinho is close to Real Madrid. We got to know that Xabi Alonso has been announced as the Chelsea manager. There's a lot happening in terms of the coaches. Let's start from there, and let's start from Chelsea. I said they'll be starting their preseason game when they face Sunderland on Sunday. But let's start from their manager. The manager they had, and that manager is Xabi Alonso. 4-year deal, Xabi Alonso. Chelsea fans excited. They feel they've gotten the person that can get hold of the squad and can bring discipline into that Chelsea squad. Could Xabi Alonso be the Mikel Arteta of Chelsea?
First of all, I would say it's a very, very good one for Chelsea to have Alonso. I believe if they can be calm with him, if they can allow him to work with the projects they've given him in his contract, I believe he's going to make Chelsea a better team. He has a lot of talent in that Chelsea squad, like I used to say. Chelsea has a lot of talent. But then, they should not just overthink it. It's a process. They need to allow this coach to actually work it out. It's not just going to happen overnight. Alonso is not just coming here to do magic. They should give him time. I'm pleading with the Chelsea management right now. They should please give Alonso time.
What time are you asking for? Like they gave Arteta 6 years.
No, at least after 2 years, you should see some changes. Like this is the way they want to play. This is the way Alonso wants to play.
But you believe Alonso can do it in the Premier League?
I believe he can do it in the Premier League.
Sturaro, what do you say about some that think, look at what he did at Real Madrid? This guy is a fluke. He can't do it at a top club. I don't know why Chelsea fans are excited.
I think they should be excited. Of course, you cannot compare the atmosphere at Real Madrid to that of Chelsea. Yes,
what's the difference?
The pressure is about the same, even though it's a bit higher at Real Madrid. And of course, if you look at,
I'm not even looking at the pressure. Working environment. That's what I'm looking at.
Look at the players at Real Madrid. They are big players. You do not have so many of them at Chelsea. The egoistical players at Real Madrid. I mean, you cannot even count 2-3 players at Chelsea that are egoistical, because of course the talent at Chelsea, they are on par the standard are not higher than the other. We have always said this on this show, that the standard at Chelsea, the talent at Chelsea, as at this moment, they are not top talents. How many of them can get into top teams in the world? So I've always
even their greatest player is not going to the World Cup.
So if you are looking at the environment at Chelsea and that of Real Madrid, I think it is actually quite different. And of course, if you look at Real Madrid, it's a team that the vacuum was the vacuum that he came to feel. He came in to feel was that of Carlo Ancelotti. And of course, for anyone to succeed Carlo Ancelotti, you have some certain level of result that you must deliver. So, and you cannot compare that with that of Chelsea. He's coming in to succeed a certain Liam Rossinier, who we all witnessed.
Let's say Enzo Maresca. Okay, leave the mathematics teacher.
Even if it is Enzo Maresca, you cannot compare the standard that Carlo Ancelotti, the demand of Carlo Ancelotti.
So you think because of that he succeeds?
Maresca. Of course, I think he succeeds, but I have a particular issue with that, and that is the talent at Chelsea, the quality of the players at Chelsea. I mean, that quality, they may be competing, maybe finish the season in top 4, in top 3 if they have a coach as sound, as savvy as Xabi Alonso. But is that quality enough to take you through the finish line? I do not think so.
But some will say, come on, Maresca won with the team, so what's wrong with that?
No, if you want to win, they can win some cup competitions. I do not disagree with that. But then, for you to win the league, for you to win the English Premier League, you just have to improve on that talent. Because at Chelsea, look at the quality. They are good players. I do not have any problem with that. But are they top quality players? I think no.
The question I'm asking is, even if they give him top quality player, can Xabi Alonso succeed at Chelsea in the Premier League?
In the Premier League, he did it in the Bundesliga.
Less pressure,
but
out of the moment, out of the blues.
This is Chelsea now.
When he was given the expectation at Real Madrid.
If you look at the way and manner with which he did it at Bayern Leverkusen, you just have to give him a benefit of the doubt, because of course he went a whole season unbeaten.
So both of you believe he can't succeed?
Of course, I think he can succeed. I think he will succeed. But the problem is the players at Chelsea.
You know why I'm saying this? Because I am not seeing him like that. I've gone back to look ever since the announcement were made, guys. I've gone back to look at him. His Bayern Leverkusen team. Yes, he came in, they were relegated. They were about to relegate. He brought them back, and all sorts of madness into buying Victor Boniface, and that very first wonder, that first season. But let's call it spade a spade. The second season wasn't great. It wasn't great. Bayern won the season, and it wasn't like it was Bayern under company. It wasn't the Bayern that was firing. That was Bayern, I think, under Tuchel, who were struggling at the point. Now let's come to Real Madrid. Real Madrid hierarchy did not give power to the coach. That's my problem with the project. They don't give power to the coach. Power is always with the players. That's what it is at Real Madrid. The players and the management. At Chelsea, power is with the management. It's not even with the players, and it's not with the coach. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's the kind of environment he thrives. If he comes to us now, what Mikel Arteta is working for, come on, I believe he will thrive. If you come to Barca, I believe he will thrive. If you come to Liverpool, I believe he will thrive. But at Chelsea, with that environment, I think it's another doom. I think that's another bad movement for Chelsea. And he's a coach that, unlike Liam Rossini and Enzo Maresca, who had to wait until Manchester City were whispering to him, I don't think Alonso will wait. I think if Chelsea show Alonso nonsense, he lives just the same way he's out of Real Madrid, although he was sacked. So that's why I do not believe he can succeed at Chelsea.
You know why I feel I don't know, but I think at the moment I think Chelsea are on the ground level. I do not think they.
You don't think they are buried?
Yeah, I do not think they are. I do not think they are buried. They are just on the ground level, and I want to believe that the management at Chelsea knows that if they continue with the high-handedness with which they handle Enzo Maresca and to some certain extent Mauricio Pochettino, I do not think they have a great thing. They have great things.
But from all the indication of report they are getting, they believe that this is the way we want to do things. The only shift that they've shifted in ground is they will try and get some more experienced players.
But I think when they announced Xabi Alonso, I think he was announced as the manager, not head coach. I think so.
And it's part
I
of
think
his
so.
contract too.
I think so. So
see,
and if you look at
manager
the trajectories of the
on
coaches,
paper is different
but
from
no, I mean
I think he has
the operations.
in his contract too.
Yeah,
He
the
talked about-
operations in recent years at Chelsea, with that of head coach, I think you understand that it will be quite different from what you have when you have a manager. So I think it is actually a good way to start, even though they may not live up to it at the end of the day. But then, if they are starting like that, maybe they are trying to change. And
let's look at that game against Sunderland. Chelsea, the game they are playing on Saturday, they are going away from home. Should we just say Chelsea are ending the season with a defeat? What we've known them to do in recent years.
Well, I think
they will lose, and that's just it. Because Sunderland is chasing in Europe.
Well, they will. If you said they will lose, I don't know. But one thing that I know very sure is the fact that it is very difficult for any team whatsoever, to go to the Stadium of Light and secure the maximum points. So
So why are you sitting on the bench?
If you factor,
why are you sitting on the fence? Sorry.
Because I believe they have something to play for.
What is that?
They have Europe to play for. It's
the same thing to the same Sunderland.
But then you cannot compare Chelsea with Sunderland. Yes, they may have.
This season I can compare.
They may be going through rough patches.
This season I can compare.
No, you cannot do that.
No,
the quality. Let's say everything we want to say about Chelsea. The quality at Chelsea, you still cannot compare that with that of.
But they've not shown that this season. Have they?
They only have to do it in 90 minutes, and I believe they can do that.
Sunderland can also. Sunderland have shown what they can show this season. Showed Chelsea quality at the Stadium of Light.
But they have not been better than Chelsea this season.
But they've been on the same level.
They have been good, no doubt.
So you think Chelsea will win?
I think. I do not. I cannot stick my neck out for them because they have been so inconsistent. I cannot stick my neck out for them.
What about you?
I am not giving Chelsea any chance there. The truth is, Sunderland.
Do you think they will win, or you do not think they will win?
I don't think.
Will they win or lose or draw? Which one?
I think it's a draw.
You think it's a draw?
Yeah.
I think it's a lose.
Because I look at the table.
Oh, Octopus, you also think it's a lose?
I think it's a lose. Because when I check the table,
you see,
a win for Sunderland means they may be in Europe. And Chelsea. So I don't give them a chance. I'm not giving them any chance.
A win for Chelsea, what is the?
They are in Europe too.
So what are we now saying?
Look at the.
But the Chelsea I've seen
Sunderland Stadium
against Nottingham Forest. That Chelsea that I know very well.
Going to Sunderland Stadium this season is not a good place to play.
That Chelsea that Awoni is dabbling them up and down. I'm sorry. The same Awoni that only play about 16 or 17 Premier League games this season, with majority from the bench. Did that to Chelsea bench, Chelsea's defense. No, I do not think Chelsea win that game. That's just for me, by the way. Let's leave Chelsea alone before they say are they the only team that we came to talk about. Let's talk about Manchester United and Brighton. They play on Sunday. Brighton play at home. This is another team that is chasing Europe. Manchester United, yes, Carrick has been given the job. We'll see what he can do come next season. We'll keep quiet on that one. But Brighton, they should be able to win this game, right? Manchester United has nothing to play for.
I don't want to be a devil's advocate, but I think Brighton will win because
there's no devil's advocate. There's nothing they want to play for now.
Of course, but then you want to end the season on a high, and
it's away from home. So when they've end the season on a high, when they win one or two.
I mean, you want to give your fans the parting shot. They are
which fans? Brighton fans?
No, I mean
you've given your fans.
The Manchester United fans. You are ending the season.
Who are where? Who at United? They at Manchester.
Everyone at Manchester United. They
majority of them will not watch that ball.
They will also want to play for the pedigree, and I do not think they have had good results at the American Express Stadium in recent years. So I mean, this is a perfect opportunity
this one you
for
think
them
they will lose?
I think they will lose.
You think they will?
I think they will lose.
Octopus.
I'm with him because looking at
you are just doing anybody's doom today.
No.
Lose.
The truth is, looking at Brighton, I think for the past 2 years they've been giving Manchester United problem. So it's not like
they not been giving Arsenal and Man City.
No, but Manchester United own is different. Even if Manchester United are when they are going to Brighton, it's always a difficult game. And right now Brighton is fighting for Europe. The only thing Manchester United is fighting for, like I said last week, is Bruno. And it even shows last week the way they were playing. Bruno, you need this assist. They were playing like Bruno, you need this assist. Although, what was this guy's name? Mbeumo was an unfortunate being on the pitch last week for Manchester United because Bruno was almost crying at one point, like, why, God, why?
Why you need it? It comes like that in game of football sometimes.
Even it happened with Ozil Giroud. He was chasing it. He was giving Giroud a lot of.
Please. Leave Giroud.
You know what? About Giroud, let's talk about it. I think he's one of the most underrated players.
He's not underrated. He's not good. Well, Giroud is not good. He is not good.
I think he has
let's proceed. He's not good.
I think Giroud is not good. Yeah, I think he's better than some strikers
that Giroud is not good. Giroud is not good at all.
Like
There's nothing that
all.
Why?
He has his own
Why?
area.
He's not good at all. Giroud was not good at all, especially for Arsenal. I don't know for other teams.
No, see, even for Arsenal,
Giroud was terrible.
On his terrible season, he was scoring about 12 goals, Premier League goals.
What are you saying? The striker that preceded Giroud won the highest goal scorer.
Who?
And Robin van Persie.
Tell me how many strikers that Arsenal have that is better than Robin van Persie.
I'm coming there. And the striker that succeeded Giroud won the highest goal scorer. Aubameyang. He spent
no, see, my point is
7 years.
How much do you get?
Arsenal in the
How much do you get?
How much do you get? 24 years. The team that Olivier Giroud played with, not even Henry played with that team in terms of creativity.
How much do you get, Giroud?
So okay, that's your judgment. So that's why
he overachieved from the amount you bought him.
He wasn't good.
The people that you bought.
How much did Arsenal buy Thierry Henry?
Thierry took his time. He was a youngster when he was bought. Was Giroud a youngster?
What are you telling me?
Was Giroud a youngster? No.
In his own right, he was established, and he
exactly
came in to
and established,
and he didn't deliver
the amount.
So he didn't deliver.
Let's leave you like you
I
said.
think he made some important.
Which important?
Like
when Arsenal was chasing the league, he played.
No, see, for me, look at him at Chelsea too. Look at him at Chelsea. He delivered goals at Chelsea, at AC Milan. At AC Milan, he was established and he was celebrated as a legend.
At Arsenal, he was a failure. He wasn't good at all.
Now let's talk about that Arsenal. Congratulations once more. Because of Arsenal fans, I want to do something I've not done in a long while. You know what? All of you have been saying you want to see what I will say about Arsenal. But this time around, let me give you what the guys have requested in the studio. Let's see if we can get that. Otito. We know your heart. Otito. We know your heart will not leave never, because even during when you were suffering, you did not leave. There's no how you can live now that you've won a trophy. But let's talk about Arsenal. It's a great feeling for the Arsenal fans winning the Premier League title. But the one we want to talk about now is the one that happened to do with players. Surely they should be giving it to Declan Rice right now, because I'm seeing a lot of Manchester United players who are still pegging Bruno Fernandes player of the season.
Yeah, I think is a good call to give the player of the season to Rice right now. The other option I'm looking at is actually Raya, but considering the fact that Rice is an English player, the PR will be high. I think Rice should be the best option for.
But the Manchester United fan, I stated it last week. I don't know what he's doing there because of the assist. But Manchester United fans are still making a claim for Bruno.
It's obvious.
Look at what he has done this season. United are where they are this season
because of Bruno.
And I'm beginning to change my opinion. You know why? I've gone to look at Bruno's 20 assists, and it was surprising to know that all of it was in 2026. All of those assists were in 2026. He had none under Ruben Amorim. Wow. If what I had I saw was to be true, 20 Premier League assists this season. So it's literally the reason why United are third on the table. So you can understand why they are pushing for him.
I think the reason why it is happening is because Arsenal do not have a standout performer this season. Like somebody that actually carried this team, maybe Gyökeres scoring a lot of goals. And
I do not think we are being fair. What do you mean standout performance? If you are looking at standout performers, are you looking at those delivering goals and assists alone? Is that how to measure performers all over the pitch?
That's what they look at.
And that's not fair if that's the case, because of course I'm sat here. Maybe I'm a defender and I'm defending for my team, and I'm doing that basically week in week out in a top level. Are you going to tell me I'm not delivering top-notch performances? It doesn't work that way, because
look at the Ballon d'Or.
I've seen central defenders won the Ballon d'Or. I've seen defensive midfielder win it in recent years. I've seen central midfielders who didn't score goals win Ballon d'Or in recent years? Luka Modric, how many goals did he score? So if you are saying top performers and you are looking at those delivering assists and goals alone, even at that, I do not think Bruno Fernandes has been the best player in England. Well, those clamoring for him, I understand them, and I do not blame anyone. Does he deserve it? I think yes.
I think no.
I think yes, but I feel there are players that deserve it
like
more.
who?
I feel Declan Rice.
1.
I feel David Raya.
2.
I feel Erling Haaland. I feel yes. Look at his goals. What are you saying? Bruno Fernandes was delivering assists. Yes. Erling Haaland was scoring goals, wasn't he? And if you look at that too, what is the position of Brentford on the log? Look at the goals of Igor. Look at the goals of Igor Thiago.
So you think
playing with that team and scoring, that amount
you think
of goals.
Igor Thiago deserves it more than Bruno?
The same claim that Bruno Fernandes has for that price, I think, is the same Igor Thiago has. Because if you look at the number of the goals that he scored, even playing in a team.
So if it is down to Bruno and Igor Thiago, you give it to Igor Thiago?
Of course, yes, because he is playing in a lesser quality team. I'll do that. So what are we now saying? If you are looking at the numbers,
so that's why people are also. That's why people are also saying.
If you are looking at the numbers,
now that's why people are also saying. So what do Declan Rice have to show? Is he just running up and down? Because the goals and assists is not there. And if you are saying that, okay, probably because we should be looking at the teams that they are playing for, that's why they are saying, look at how bad Manchester United were this season. The only reason why they've dragged themselves into where they are is because of Bruno Fernandes.
Are they as bad as Brentford?
So why should you not now give them the Premier League title? I mean, why should you not give Bruno the player of the season tournament?
Are they as bad as Brentford?
By their own standard, they are bad this season.
Are they as bad as Brentford?
By Brentford standards, they are good.
I mean, the coach at Brentford is even a selfish coach. Are they as
every coach has once again has his own learning points.
So what are we saying? I do not understand why anyone would feel because of the contributions of Bruno Fernandes and that of Igor Thiago. I mean, he's better than.
So you give Rice, who has no outstanding goals or assists,
and that is the problem. Why must you have the goals and assists? In the
I mean, even those those that play the game said the most difficult thing is to score goals.
Consecutively, I've seen Nemanja Vidic won the player of the year, the PFA player of the year, consecutively in the Premiership.
And that was when they were considering less goals.
Arsenal, as it stands, I think they have kept about 19-20 clean sheets.
19 clean sheets.
It is the work of some people. Some people did that. So why are we not looking at that?
We are also looking at that. That's why they are in the contention. That's why they are nominated.
The main thing,
Now we are talking about people to win it.
Do we even have
that's why people to win it. That's what we are talking about.
To me, as an Arsenal fan, the only player Arsenal can actually push, that can actually match the energy Manchester United are giving to Bruno, is actually.
My own doesn't merit it.
It is
because these awards, at the end of the day, it is based on your contribution for your club, and your contribution is measured by the output of goals and assists. That's what we've known over the years. At least since Messi and Ronaldo.
I didn't know that.
Since Messi and Ronaldo came to be fighting for this thing, and they turn it to goals and assists, that has always been the criteria. So why should we now change it for Arsenal? The way VAR has changed their.
Van Dijk won PFA, didn't he?
The way VAR changed their thing for
PFA,
it.
Didn't he?
Yes, he did.
How many goals did he score?
But we can talk about his own clean sheet.
But at that talk about the clean sheet of the
at that year too.
It was one of his. I can say.
At that year too, where he won it, he was outstanding. There was nobody close to him, just like Bruno was close, making assists.
Did Ruben Dias win it or not?
Wait, no.
Ruben Dias.
No. Yeah.
He actually won something.
Where?
He won something.
They can give him the best defender.
No, not best defender. He won something.
So,
maybe the football writers or PFA.
That's football writers. That's football writers. But as at then, when we were talking about Virgil van Dijk, it was so outstanding. And unfortunately for him in the Premier League, there was no one like Bruno that was also breaking the assist, the record of assist. So you can understand why he was overwhelmingly favourite. But in the case where you have this, come on, you have to look at it.
I do not want to sound as if I have something against Bruno Fernandes. But then, saying he deserves it more than all of these guys, that's where I draw the line. I mean, I saw Ozil in a season delivered 19 assists, and he didn't even make the team of the year that season.
Even with
he didn't make the team of the year. He didn't make the team of the year. Not to talk of player of the season. You know the reason? Arsenal was not winning. So why the sudden change for all of this? He didn't make the team of the year at all. Not to talk of the PFA. So why are they changing him out? So if you cannot win for your team, that means you do not have any reason to go and win the award. So it is as simple as that. And if you want to look at the numbers, let's look at the numbers of Erling Haaland and Igor Thiago too, and that of David Raya.
So because of that, you think Bruno Fernandes should not be. Let's quickly talk about this. Arsenal have won the Premier League title, and I know people really want to kill me when I ask this question on social media. And the question is about what next for Arsenal. Will this be the start of something great, consistent winning, or after this one is going to be another drought?
I don't see this team going on a drought. You can see the progress. Last season they were a very very fantastic attacking playing team.
Yeah, people say they are hungry because they want to break this record, but they have broken the record.
And now they feel like, no, we have to win this trophy, no, any way possible, and they've done it. So it means they can play any way they want to play. They can be a fun to play team. They can be a very very disciplined team.
Dynamic team.
Any one you want, we are ready for you. If you want us to defend, we can defend. You want us to attack, we can attack. And that's very good. That's one of the things I keep telling people about this PSG game coming up. I say, if
no, we have not come to that one. We have not come to that one. We have not come to that one. Let's come to the fact that can they win consistently. Next week we'll come back and talk about the Champions League.
They have a coach that understands what he wants from the team, and the team, he knows how to get it out of them. And I believe with that, they should not go on drought.
Well, I think Arsenal have they have the capacity and the capability to go and defend their titles. Yes, because of course I've seen them in the last 3-4 years. I've seen how they played. I've seen how the application of what they have been going through in the training sessions. So I believe this team and the way they have shifted that mentality from always going at opposition to know how to control the game. So and of course, I mean, in modern football, you just have to know you just have to learn how to control the game, because of course even the most attacking coaches in the world at a time, they sat back, control the game, give opposition less opportunities.
So you think Arsenal can win consistently?
I feel they can win consistently, especially when they still have Mikel Arteta in charge.
Let's quickly go on this quick commercial break, guys. We'll come back from the commercial break. We'll continue our conversation.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Iléyá ọdún yìí máa dùn yùgbàyùgbà tómi alágbáyàtọ̀. Níbi àríyá àwàdà Comedy World with Bàbá Àkàmọ́. Ọjọ́ kejì Iléyá Ìlọrin àti gbogbo agbègbè ẹ̀ máa ń mì tìtì. Wọ́n rà máa gbò bítíbitì àlejò àwọn adẹ́rìnpòṣónú ní Banquet Hall. Àdójúkọ Government House Ìlọrin. A máa jọ rẹ́ni àríntàkìtì pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀fẹ̀ àwàdà tó ń mílẹ̀ tìtì lẹ́nu Ozane. Bàbá Aláríyá Kàmọ́ Stay Kí Òtàbíọ́lá MC Desktop Yẹmí Ẹlẹ́ṣọ̀ Alága Lamba Àdìgún Aláwàdà Bash Dr Bengus Kennedy Àfà Kékeré Àfà Lákúlì TY International Mr One Day àtàwọn adẹ́rìnpòṣónú tó gbowó ṣáná. DJ House ló máa kọlù sí Wambadi. Àjọta Dírékè pẹ̀lú Sonorous Flex àti Small Doctor. Tètè lọ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ ní Essence, Taiwo, Taisho, Adewale, Diamond Park, Ìrẹ́wọlédé, Chronicles Restaurant Mall. Ẹ sì lè ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára at babakamakomedy.com. Má dánìkan wá gbẹ bí ara àti ọ̀rẹ́ àtàwọn tó fẹ́ràn. Kájọ jẹ̀gbádùn Iléyá lọ́nà tó pa kíkì. Ẹ̀rín kéèké, ijó Àjọta Dírékè àti fàájì tí ò lẹ́gbẹ́. Comedy World with Bàbá Àkàmọ́ tọdún yá dùn yàtọ̀.
Dìde kára ó lè. Dìde kára ó lè. Ó yá lè dànù orí fífọ́ lè dànù ara ríro lè dànù òtútù ibà lè dànù. For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Dìde kára ó lè kókó.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù yìí bàtàrà ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbọ́ one time. Kára ó lè ti dé o. Àgbáwọlé ní iṣẹ́ ni àkàwọlé ń tè kàn. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde kára ó lè lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀yìn rúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́rí òtútù ibà tara ríro lágọ̀ ara káì kàṣàkàṣà knockout agbára ju agbára lọ dìde kára ó lè jagunla bí olùgbòǹgbò gàjàtọ̀ ara jà tó ketílẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ìlúra kẹgbà to yield pharmaceutical industries limited àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe bára rẹ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta má ṣàfihàn o kàn sí dókítà rẹ.
Celebrate Ilea the Dante way at the Dante Restaurant and Lounge, Ilorin. Join us this festive season on the 27th of May for delicious local and continental dishes, fresh seafood, platters, premium grills, chill drinks, cocktails, music, relaxation, and luxury vibes. Coming from Geralimi, ask for Yarin Filling Station, After Cottage Hospital, Adewale, Ilorin. Coming from Mandate, ask for Yarin Filling Station. Dante Restaurant and Lounge is located directly behind Yarin Filling Station or Lawrence Shogo, Ilorin. Come with your family and friends and enjoy free barbecue and grills for everyone. For reservations and inquiries, call 070-3863-4913. 070-3863-4913. Dante Restaurant and Lounge. Relax, dine, and celebrate in style.
Welcome back from that commercial break, guys. Diamond Sport Front Zone on your shiny Supreme radio station. Phone line is open 0913-655-6952. 0913-655-6952. WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. 0913-655-6864. We've had a lot of conversation in the studio from Chelsea and Xabi Alonso on if we believe Xabi Alonso could be a success at Chelsea or it could be another disaster for Chelsea, because Chelsea fans right now are currently excited. Well, personally, I think that Xabi Alonso cannot be a success, but the guys think that Xabi Alonso could be a success at Chelsea. We spoke about Arsenal too. Can they win consistently? The guys in the studio think they can win consistently. For me, I'm skeptical. I did not say more than that. But the one that gets really heated in the studio is the conversation between Declan Rice and Bruno Fernandes. Arsenal fans believe give it to Declan Rice, despite the fact that he has no goals and assists. All he can contribute is the running up and down and the leadership quality to ensure that Arsenal win the league. But the Manchester United fans are saying you cannot look beyond someone that drags us into third position, and right now is into contention of breaking the assist record in the Premier League. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
Olawale calling from Ikero.
Olawale, good evening to you from Ikero.
Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
You see, talking about Xabi Alonso, I also don't think he will succeed at Chelsea. Firstly, if we look at the set of players that team, they are not a top quality one.
Mm-hmm.
And even they are not even what they are doing to what expected of them to do this season. Look at how much they spend and still struggling to go for a conference league. And look at those that call themselves the hierarchy. You can't even have control over your players.
So you think Chelsea Alonso cannot be a success?
You cannot succeed.
Thank you very much, Olawale.
Secondly, back to Declan Rice and Bruno.
Okay.
Even if we remove both goal and assist of Declan Rice from Bruno, now only one goal that will remain. What are we now saying? What is the impact of Declan Rice to Arsenal? To their winning of this Premier League?
Thank you very much. By the way, what's the impact of Declan Rice to Arsenal winning the Premier League? Fast message from Olawale from Ekwino. 0913-655-6952. Guys, quickly, let's talk about Liverpool left back Andy Robertson. He's coming out to say that the death of Diogo Jota affected the team this season and is the reason that they are having a failed season. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is Okiki.
Okiki, quickly, share your contribution.
First and foremost, I appreciate you guys, the good job you are doing. May God continue to bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to start from the issue of the Man U and Bruno Fernandes and Declan Rice.
Okay.
I think we are missing out something.
What's that?
Both of them perform exceptionally. No doubt about that.
Okay.
And each of them deserve to win that award. If it is possible, both of them should win it.
Okay.
Why should I say so? If you look at Bruno assists, go and check the result of those assists. Bruno assist alone gave Man U 38 points, about 38 points. If you remove 38 points from what Man U is having, I think Man U is having 68 now.
Relegation here.
Thank you. So for somebody to have contributed that much, that is why Bruno is there.
Thank you very much.
The same reason why Bruno is there is the same reason why Carrick is also there.
Thank you very much.
Because when you look at it from January, the number of accumulated points that United have gotten, as no manager has more than that. Even Arteta, I think they have the same number of points. That shows that he has really done something. Because it's a United that is dragging bottom 4 before Carrick was appointed, and now we are able to make top 3. So both of them deserve it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Both of them deserve it. 0913-655-6952. This one says, hi, good evening. I'm Ola from Police Road. Congratulations to Arsenal for winning the Premier League title after 22 years. And for Alonso, he will perform well if they give him enough time. Time is what football does not have. Quickly, let's talk about Andy Robertson. Diogo Jota's death affected the team.
I think Liverpool from the start of the season, they have been very, very petty, because I do not want to talk about. I've always not want to talk about the Diogo Jota death, the unfortunate death of Diogo Jota. But then bringing that as an excuse for you to not do it, I do not think it is good enough. So he has his opinion. We just have to respect it. But I do not think that's the case.
Dami, you agree or disagree?
I disagree totally with him, because there was a time at the beginning of the season that was a genuine excuse. They'll be like, oh, Jota. But you cannot just rely on that excuse for
9 months.
Exactly. You have to move on. Even the immediate people they've actually moved on, and
the
sometimes you see them at the pitch sometimes. So they have to move on too. They cannot just remain like that. If it affected them this season, next season they will, Liverpool fan will still be clapping at every 20 minutes. So,
Thomas Tuchel has released his list for England. Harry Maguire is crying. His wife is talking at his house. Did they cheat him?
Yes,
they cheat him.
Yes,
no problem. Hello, good evening. Our last caller. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, this is Baba Gunnar from Olulade.
Baba Gunnar, quickly wrap up the show for us.
David, let me just tell you something about what you are talking about football. Clearance really tried for Arsenal.
Okay.
Why Bruno tried for Manchester United? But the difference between both of them is that the leadership quality. Despite that Declan is not a captain. He carried the whole team. And what he has done for Arsenal this season, no players have ever done it for them. They won the Premiership. And if they are giving this kind of things to players, they have to look at the trophy one. What has Manchester United did this season that decided that Bruno should take that one? Let me just tell you that. Raya is keeping tomorrow on Sunday, and we have that 20 clean sheets. It gets to Bruno that have 20 assists. If you are doing assist without scoring goal, what's the meaning of that one? We need trophy. We need to win the match. That's just it.
Thank you very much.
So more than Bruno.
Thank you very much.
That's my point.
Thank you very much.
What a word.
What a word. What a word. What a word. That we hear this on radio from an Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fans are now bragging with trophy.
I will hear from an Arsenal fan. No problem, guys. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. My name is Adeyemi Adewale. Thank you to my brother for joining me. Congratulations to every Arsenal fans worldwide. Have a lovely weekend. And don't forget, enjoy it with your shiny Supreme radio station. I will be dedicating this, obviously, to the Arsenal fans. Good night.
You cannot control me. You cannot. Okay. okay, you can have a little control, but I'm still in charge. I can attack any minute, but you can control for like a second.